guys.
Hey, everyone. Welcome back to Chosen by Jesus, the podcast. My name is Kelley Tyan.
I'm Taylor Tyan.
We are a mother and daughter
Yes.
talking all things faith in Jesus and encouragement every single week. And we're so excited that you guys tuned in today.
Yes.
We're feeling very merry if you're watching us on YouTube.
Holiday spirits. We're so excited for the season.
So Christmassy, like Buddy the Elf. Well, it's so funny because every December, I always read the book of Proverbs because there's 31 Proverbs and 31 days in December. So we want to talk about today one of the Proverbs that really stood out. And it was Proverbs 8. So I'm going to read it to you. We're going to just jump right in. Is that okay?
Yeah.
We don't want to keep you guys. We're doing quick episodes this month to keep you encouraged and empowered.
Enriched in the Lord's word, but making it sweet.
Exactly. So Proverbs 8, I'm not going to read the whole thing, but this is what really stood out to me. I actually shared it with my family on our family chat because I was so just lifted in my spirit reading this. And I then had to look up what one part meant. So this is what it said. It said, and I'm going to skip down. It said, "You who are simple, gain prudence. You who are foolish, set your hearts on it. Listen, for I have trustworthy things to say. I open my lips to speak what is right. My mouth speaks what is true, for my lips detest wickedness." I'm going to stop right there. Verse 5, Proverbs 8, verse 5 says, "You who are simple, gain prudence." I actually had to look that up. I wrote, what does it mean when it says to gain prudence? So I'm going to read it to you. It says, to gain prudence means to develop the virtue of practical wisdom and good judgment, learning to think carefully, foresee consequences, and make sensible, right decisions rather than acting impulsively or foolishly, often involving self-discipline, discernment, and considering long-term outcomes. It's about applying reason to manage life's affairs well, guided by wisdom to navigate situations effectively and ethically.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to stop right there because...
Let that sink in.
But the reason why this popped off the page to me, I'm like, wow, to gain prudence.
Yeah.
We just heard the saddest story, literally this past week, from Providence College, a school that we know, we all know what Providence College is. We heard this story about 7 students that attends the college were partying and all 7 overdosed at the party on coke. And when we heard the story, we were just so upset, like the community is coming together, sad. 7 students were foaming at the mouth. They did, I don't know if they've been doing coke. We don't know all the details of it, but we all know college kids party. That's not new. I partied, you partied.
But like the last thing you want to do is get a phone call from the school saying that your child is not with us anymore. Like that's crazy.
It's crazy. Well,
sad.
Thankfully though, these 7 kids so far, as we know right now,
they're
still hospitalized, but I believe they're going to be okay. But this hit me as the Proverbs 8 chapter about gaining prudence in our lives and what that looks like and what it means. And really to gain prudence is how to think carefully, how to foresee consequences, how to make good and godly decisions. I know we don't make good godly decisions in every time we go out and everything we say and everything we do.
It's not as easy.
Exactly.
Those decisions, but it's scary. And especially the college students and the high school students, we've heard so many stories, and it's not just young adults. It's the same as you get older.
Exactly.
So we thought this message today would be so powerful. Again, it's the holiday season.
Right.
People are vulnerable.
Yes.
There's times where, we just had Thanksgiving Eve, the craziest night of the year. People go crazy,
What do they call Thanksgiving Eve?
It's just like
Blackout Wednesday?
Well, it was what if it falls on Wednesday. I guess.
Honey, Thanksgiving is always on Thursday.
It is?
Always.
No, it's not. I can't. Is it?
This is my life. Okay, this is my daughter, and this is my life.
As if the apple falls far
everyone
from the
is seeing this right now. Every
is
year from the beginning of time,
How,
Thanksgiving
though?
is. Can we not get into the
How
science
come?
behind it?
How come all the other holidays don't fall on the same?
Thanksgiving is always Thursday, the last Thursday.
I'm gonna have to take a poll on
It's
this
always
one.
on a Thursday.
All right.
It's always on a
Anyway,
Thursday.
So that it is
So
blackout.
Wednesday
Yes.
is the night before because all the kids were home from college.
Yes.
And,
And
you know,
they get
I have a son at
excited,
school.
and they see all the friends.
I hear everyone going, "What are you doing for Blackout Wednesday? What are you doing for Blackout Wednesday?" I was like, this is me as a parent walking around the house going, earmuffs.
You were doing Blackout Wednesday too.
Back in the day, I was. Guys, one quick interruption. I didn't say it in the beginning, but if you guys are loving Chosen by
Interruption.
Jesus, little quick commercial. If you guys are loving Chosen by Jesus, the podcast, we would love for you right now to stop and just hit the subscribe button and support us in our mission for sharing faith in Jesus and hope for people around the world. We can't do this without you. So if you haven't subscribed to the show yet, we're just asking you to please stop right now, press pause, hit the subscribe button, and we truly are so grateful.
Yes.
Okay.
And let us know what else you want to hear.
Back to the show.
I can't.
But anyway, Blackout Wednesday is a thing. Everyone parties in college. But what hit me through the Proverbs, and Taylor and I talking about Proverbs, because Proverbs actually is the book of wisdom. That's why every year I actually take December and I do read a Proverbs a day, because there's so many books in the Bible we can read, but Proverbs, when you take a month to actually read a chapter, you will gain such knowledge and wisdom in new ways because you're growing and evolving, and then your thought process is growing and evolving.
Yes.
Every year you'll think differently. Like,
And
how
it
many
really
times
is the blueprint?
It is, but how many times have I read Proverbs 8 and I never stopped on? I never asked myself, what does gain prudence mean? I just read through the words.
Well, every time you read the
It's so
chapters
cool.
and scriptures, you get something new out of it every single time. Well, at least we do, and it's a beautiful. You get one message this time. Next year, you're going to see something else that pops out. We'll be talking about.
Based on the story of the Providence kids, this is so significant right now for all of us to stop. Slow down. God is actually saying, slow down, daughter. Slow down, son. Think before you jump. Think before you act.
Foresee the
Think before you
consequences.
speak and talk to that person and lash out. Like, slow down and let's think. Let my wisdom guide your next move, your next step, your next sentence, right?
Yes, because it's easy for us to act, react emotionally and go crazy at certain circumstances. But he's telling us, slow down, like we said in the last episode or two, the second thought theory.
Right. But back to, what happened and how this whole thing with 7 kids, this is for us as parents and caretakers to constantly talk to our children just about drugs that are out there. Like, think about it before you take a drug that you can actually possibly die that night. And one bump of coke, you can die if there's not a Narcan near you.
I know, but even so, don't even say that.
I know that, but I'm saying the kids were lucky that this is, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to overstep, but those 7 children are so blessed that there were 2 troopers outside that actually were right there, and they had the Narcan, and they that's how they survived.
Right. No, but I'm just saying, it's like, it's something where sometimes as parents especially, you don't want to talk about that because you don't want your children to know it's out there and it exists and everything. And you think, oh, if I just don't say it, then they're not going to know and blah, blah, blah. But we want to actually do the quite opposite. And I know it's hard, but everything that's hard that you don't want to talk about your
Yeah.
kids with, you should be.
Hmm.
When it comes to sex, drugs, and alcohol, that's something that parents would
Yeah.
rather almost look away because they're like,
Yes.
they're going to find out. Like, they know it's some of that stuff is out there.
Yeah.
Everything's out there on the internet these days. But if you don't openly have that communication with your children and they just don't know, and if you did your job as much as you can, and
Hmm.
we even talked to, my brothers in college, and it's like, Tony, know that, yeah, there's pharmaceutical, like the medicine could be in a pill bottle,
Yeah.
but it doesn't mean that it's for you and it's supposed to be taken. And oh, if it's over the counter, if it's this, that it's fine. Like, there's so many scenarios where kids just
That's a
assume,
good
and we
point.
can't assume that
They know.
kids know, and then
Yeah.
they're under the influence and they're drinking and everything.
Right.
You would rather want to scare your young adult into thinking that if you do, because it's true, you do one line of coke, you do take one little pill,
And if it doesn't agree
anything,
with you,
but you're dead.
or the pill
So
doesn't
scare
agree with
them.
your biological
Well, right.
makeup, it's a
Like, you
risk.
want to scare your
You
children
do.
so they
Did I scare you
know.
enough?
No, I don't know. No, I can't. You want to scare you. Well, you talk more openly about it now and with my brother before, like when I was like younger.
You're so stuffy right now.
I know I'm so stuffy.
She's got such a cold.
Yeah, I'm dying
Oh, can you
inside.
guys say a prayer for
No,
Taylor
I can't.
to get better fast? It's the
Fine.
holiday season.
I'm totally
I
fine.
know. But so the thing that we really want to bring to your attention again is that, the Proverbs can be your blueprint. And when you actually stop and read them and take them in, and they give you so much that you can actually teach others, whether it's a coworker, somebody in your office, something you learned today, you can bring that to the table.
Right.
Because there's so much wisdom that all of us can grow from and learn from our children, our husbands, wives.
Yeah.
It is wisdom for everything. I'm going to give you a few things that I wrote down on my sheet. Like, each chapter in Proverbs gives wisdom for relationships, finances, leadership, emotional balance,
Yeah.
navigating people, even avoiding traps, to spot red flags.
Talked about
We talked about
those.
red flags in dating last week or the week before. Make
Yeah.
sure you go back if you're dating right now. Listen to that episode because it's
Yes.
all about the red flags and how to set godly boundaries so you
Boundaries.
can really enjoy the dating life but not feel you're giving
Pressured.
in. Right.
Yeah.
But also the Proverbs gives us wisdom to walk in peace instead of stress, right? And it's like, you don't have to be perfect.
Right, right. You have to be willing to learn, which is huge. That's in every aspect of your life. You'll be complacent. You won't grow or be smart. You want to train your spiritual instincts constantly.
Yes, the
'Cause
Proverbs
that's
actually
hard.
does that. It trains our spiritual
'Cause that can
instincts
be hard to
over and
do
over and over again. I
with
love
what
that.
society's bringing at us
Yes.
on a daily.
Yes.
But if we're training those spiritual instincts, it's like we're 10 steps ahead and we know. You'll start discerning faster,
Yes.
repeating old patterns that stops and falling for the same old lies that the
Yes.
devil and society and all of the above is telling you to do.
I love that because that's how you begin. If you're starting to develop your faith right now, guys, if some
Yeah.
of you are new to Christianity or walking with the Lord, it's like the more you develop these spiritual instincts and make these habits in reading the Bible, you begin to live with godly prudence, the
Yes.
kinds that keeps you aligned with the best of what God wants for you.
Exactly.
It's like God's best, and it's out there for all of us. And it's amazing what God wants to give us and do for us
Yeah.
and do through us when we get closer to Him, when we connect
like
more with Him.
we take
We
off.
can say, that's probably not a good decision. I think I'm
Yeah.
going to pass on that, and
Well, we don't have like
without
foggy
being
glasses of the
right.
society. Instead, we have those Jesus lenses where everybody else is jumping off a bridge or doing lines of cocaine, and you think, oh, they're all doing it. That's great. But when you have, that spiritual instinct,
Yes.
you're like, that is not I don't want to end up I don't want my parents to get that phone call. I have a whole 50 chapters of my life to
Yeah.
live, but it's hard to not everybody is wired like that and thinks like that. We're not born like that. That comes with
Yeah.
discipline and discernment and time and all
Yes.
of the
And
above.
biblical training.
Yes,
Yeah.
spiritual
It's
training.
like so cool that the more I read the Bible, like I'm so lit up about Proverbs 8.
Yeah.
It's almost like I've never
I
read it in my life.
You
And
see it in
I
a
learned
different
so
lens.
much. And so that's what's exciting about doing this show
Mhm.
is teaching you guys what we're learning along the way, how
Yeah.
we're growing. And, we have to just always be on guard for teaching our children, teaching ourselves.
Yes.
We're all just trying to get by in this life and trying to
Yeah.
do better and be better every single day.
And even teaching your children, like I had a work meeting today and it was talking about how the people that are more, I guess you could say, vets in our industry,
Yeah.
they've been around for a while
Yes.
versus more of the greener employee or colleagues of mine, um, including myself. Only been in the industry a few years, but maybe a little more than that. It's
Hmm.
weird to feel like I went to
I
college
know.
yesterday,
I
but
do feel like you're still in college.
oh my God. But we talked about, when the older and the more wise teach the more green and the younger people, it's like
Mhm.
they're almost giving themselves like a less, like they're relearning things. So
Yes.
it's like taking that into, you're teaching
I
your
love
son and
that.
daughter, and it's like, wait, you're like, am I doing that? Am I practicing that too? Like
Right.
you're also giving yourself value. So it's like you're just
Yes.
helping everybody around you.
It's so true. Like, imagine if we just all practiced
Yeah.
prudence in our relationships, our business, our
Yeah.
marriages, our emotions, our decisions.
We'd all be
Imagine,
walking on sunshine.
I know but it's just things we do have to continuously practice. Our
Yeah.
life would look completely different.
Yeah.
And when we choose to walk with wisdom, we're choosing to have more peace in our lives, more clarity. The more we read the book of wisdom, you will gain insight into things you didn't know before.
Right.
You'll have knowledge where you didn't have that knowledge in the circumstance that you're in.
Mhm.
You'll have more discipline, strength, clarity,
Peace
all of it,
even, yeah.
blessing, and emotional stability.
Yes,
Like
that's huge.
having wisdom and prudence, like when crisis happens, you'll be able to stand
They're just
rooted
more
and strong.
equipped.
And
Yeah.
yes. So prudence is choosing the long-term blessing over the short-term impulses.
That's huge.
Isn't that huge?
Yes, that's
I
what
know.
a lot of people, it's easy to do the short-term
Right.
impulses. It's
Right.
harder to do the
To think,
long-term
yes.
discipline, but that's how you need to
That's
build
it.
yourself.
So we want to leave you with this last thought and a challenge for the week. We want you to read a chapter of
Yeah.
Proverbs, and maybe you can start in January. That
Yeah,
would
oh my
be
God.
awesome. Start reading
For
one
the new
Proverbs
year.
every single day for 1 month,
Mhm.
and it will change the way you think. It will change how you feel
Yeah.
and how you lead, whether you're at the office, in a business, or at
And then
home.
let us know. Be like, oh my God, I was like this today. I ran into this situation and this is how I
Yes.
handled it. Let us know how we can
Yes.
help because it's not easy. It takes time. And again, discipline. I say it in every episode, every day.
Yes.
You're not going to wake up and just be like, oh, I heard this episode. This is what it is. And this is what I am. No, we're all
No.
human.
You have to
It takes
practice.
so much time.
It does. And we do have a prayer. This is going to be let's just say our prayer to end the episode. And every episode we end with a prayer.
Mhm.
We want to always give you guys tools to take with you into your week so you have that peace.
Yeah.
You have something to hang on to, something to do through our show.
Mhm.
Again, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to the show. Just hit that button.
Yes.
And also, we're on Instagram. Follow us at
See what
Chosen
we're
by
doing.
yes, Chosen by
CBJ.
Jesus, CBJ. And we want to just add hope and light into your life.
Yeah, and peace in your
Yes.
life, especially.
So let's just what is our prayer for today?
Okay. To ask God every morning, let's say, Lord, give me prudence today. Help me choose wisdom over impulse, discernment over emotion, and peace over pressure.
Because when you do this, your life will start aligning with God's
Yes,
plan,
that's
you
all
guys.
we want.
And that, my friends, is really how we walk empowered, confident, and full of peace.
Yes.
Thank you guys so much for
I
being
know.
here
Thank you
today. We
guys.
love you. Keep tuning into these short episodes all throughout December.
Holiday season.
And again, don't forget to subscribe to the show. We're on
Yes.
YouTube and audio, every platform. Share the show and DM us your prayer.
Remember. Oh.
DM us your prayer request. And remember,
You're chosen.
you're chosen.